Hi, my name is Eric Burfan, and I am the current Church Council President at Community of the Cross Lutheran Church. And after our last Church Council meeting, we decided it was time to give all congregational members an update as to what we are doing during this COVID-19 situation we are in, and just kind of some of the steps that we are taking to work our way through this situation. First off, if you're like me, it's been a while since you've been to church, so I thought I would remind you as to what it looked like. This looks like it's a picture from maybe later in the spring to summer, maybe about time when we'll all be able to meet back together at church again. So here it is. This is what we've been missing. So remember, we do attend Community of the Cross Lutheran Church, and this is what our building looks like. So on that note, let's go through a couple of the updates. First of all, we would really like to thank all of our staff for the wonderful online services and Sunday school materials that they've created. Especially during this busy time of year in the church cycle, to come up with the type of material and the quality of material that they did in such a short time. Like many of you, I was amazed at the stuff that they could produce. So we would really like to thank you from the bottom of our hearts, all the wonderful work that you've been doing. And we really look forward to the next steps and what you're going to be producing while we're still kind of in these current conditions. So thank you to all the staff for everything that you've been doing. Second, I want to give you an attendance update. Obviously, since we are not in church every Sunday, we can't pass on the little red books down the pews to get an idea of who's here and who's not and how many are attending. So we are now looking at online views. And currently we are averaging in the mid 200s. And this is actually really good. It's not far below what we would normally average when we had church in person. And if you think about it, a family of 5 would normally count as 5 individuals. And now a family of 5 would count as 1 online view. So this is really good and really promising. We also felt like this is an excellent opportunity for us to share our ministry with our family members, friends, and neighbors that are near and far. Especially in these troubling times, some people might be looking for a more hopeful and optimistic message. And so this is a wonderful opportunity just to share the links that we are getting through our emails, and just to get the message out to our neighbors and to our family and friends that might be looking for a place to turn to Sunday mornings. So by all means, when we get back together, please continue to extend that invitation to them to then join us in person and see what Community of the Cross is really all about. The next portion is about the financial update. And as you can see on the screen, we are currently in a good financial position. We have 3 main modes that we have available to people to give. The Simply Giving option is probably the one that is the most dependable, if you will. That one you sign up with your bank, and then it is an automatic withdrawal from your checking or savings account, however you choose to set it up. The second option is this new Give button that's at the top of the website. I'll keep moving around on you here. This Give button here is meant to give people an opportunity to give if they don't want to do it like in a continually setting up a withdrawal from their account. So when you click on that button, the screen will change to this look here. You can choose your amount. You can choose which fund to put it into, whether you want to do it on a credit card or from your bank statement. The one drawback of this is that there are some fees associated with using this company, and the Simply Giving does not have any fees associated with it. So that is the reason why we would prefer the Simply Giving option, but this is a wonderful way to continue to give and support the church. The third option that's always available to you as well is to mail in your funds and your contributions to church. Remember, we do have people checking our mailbox. Things are still being taken care of at the church in that manner, so please feel free to mail in your contributions as well. Our final point is that we did apply for a small business loan through the Payroll Protection Program. Even though we're in good financial position, we feel as a council that we need to support our staff members. And it was prudent for us to at least apply for this loan to see if we can get some kind of financial assistance from the Payroll Protection Program. We applied through Highlands Bank, which is the bank that we have our checking and our savings account with. We are officially in their queue, which means that all of our pieces of the applications are looking good, and we are set to go there. But they did tell us that they are processing 2 years worth of loans in about 45 days. So they are swamped, and we will keep you updated as to the outcome of this loan that we've applied for. Finally, on a personal note, I thought that I would mention 2 other things. Number 1, please continue to support and reach out to members of our church and our greater church community. If you're in a situation like mine, the 5 of us have been home for the past 6 weeks. We have a lot of interaction with each other, sometimes a little bit too much. But realistically, we have people to interact with on a day-to-day and almost an hour-by-hour basis. There are some members of our church that are maybe feeling a little bit more isolated, a little bit more alone at these times. So please continue to reach out to them, either through writing letters or phone calls, or even driving by and talking through the screen door and things like that. So please continue to support each other as we work through these times. Lastly, also share ways that we can support others in our greater community that are in need. If you hear about programs or places that are helping and supporting people in the larger community, please share those with us, share them with the staff, and then we can reach out and help them in ways that we can, or maybe even just send out an invitation to our CCLC community in ways that we can help out our larger community as well. With that, if you have any questions or any feedback or anything that you're wondering about, please feel free to reach out to staff at CCLC or to reach out to any of our committee members as well on Church Council. So I'll remind you that our mission is to touch lives with the love of God, and this does not change whether we're sitting in our living room, whether we're sitting in our dining room or home office for me, or as we are working through our screens. So with that, I'll let you go.